Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Kiera Knightley. Well, same stuff for later. I know it's Paul Hollywood.
I know.
You know what? So genuinely.
Yeah. Hi.
This is happening, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I don't want to promise anything that's not mine to promise, but you know, Paul gives a very good deep tissue massage. Hang on.
Yeah. Look, you had the whole Oh yeah.
No.
Oh, thanks.
Is that nice?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think this is it.
Well,
do you mind? Can we stop
you know
now?
what?
I think
I'm getting turned on just watching. I'm not even part of it. But you are genuinely a Bake Off fan.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. No, I had the Imitation game premiere in London on the night of the final of the Bake Off. Oh. And there was a real moment where I was like, no, but no. You don't understand. And I did actually say to my agent, is it all right? Because I've seen the film twice before and I love the film, but can I just walk the red carpet and then go back and watch? No, you're not allowed to do that.
Have you, do you bake at home yourself? Are you a baker?
Well, I thought I was all right before I started watching that,
Yeah.
and now I realise that I'm terrible.
Well, look, if you're not we're now baker, Paul's book, he bought this and I forgot to mention, Paul Hollywood's British Baking. I'm going to give you my copy, and then you can take that home.
Can you sign it for me?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
No, you don't have to. Mary Berry's already signed it. It's OK. You did it there.
Well,
I'll keep that
hasn't she
safe.
signed?
I'll keep it safe for you. No,
Are you
it's
serious?
yours.
You're going to take it back now?
No, I'm not going to take it back.
Right.
I'm just going to put it away so it doesn't look like you've just
I'm
sold
just,
yourself
like,
for a
doing like this.
massage.
Yeah. I'd be very happy. It was a very good massage.
Let me ask you about. You have two films at the moment,
Yep.
but one of them I was thinking maybe it's a call with your life. I know it's why you wanted to do it, but you're turning 30. Is it next year you're turning 30?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
You
kind
have
of
to
a big.
remind me.
It's a big number,
It's
though,
a
isn't
bit
it?
cruel, though, wasn't
Well-
it? I mean, I'm an actress, so it's bad enough anyway, but for an actress, it's like 105 or
I
something.
think you're tough enough, though. You're not
Do you
like
think
some.
I'll
I
be
think
all right?
you're OK with
Okay,
it.
cool,
But are
thanks.
you? I mean, are you aware of being older? Does it strike you that that's an important thing? No, what's wrong with that?
I mean, it started off so well, and now it's just depressing,
Okay,
really, isn't it?
okay.
Can you massage me again?
That's
Thanks so much. No, I'm all right with it.
Okay.
I mean, I was all right with it until you
Well,
said
no,
it like that.
We're both over 50, so it's
yeah.
like,
Really
you know...
easy.
What?
I'm not even 50.
You are easily over 50. You're about
No.
65, look at you. How old are you, Paul?
I'm 48.
Blimey, you look terrible for 48. But you know, the film Say When is out, and there's a theme in it of a young woman who kind of isn't ready to grow up.
She's having a bit of a float. Yeah, she doesn't know what to do with herself or her life or who she should be with or who she shouldn't be with. Or, yeah, she's having a bit of a quarter-life crisis.
And, you know, I can imagine that's something I think that is real, that does affect people.
Yeah, I think it affects everyone. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you've actually been through this, but I think everyone knows what those floats feel like.
Yeah. And then Sam Rockwell opposite you,
Yeah,
who
who's
is just one of my favourite actors.
He's one of my favourite actors as well. He's totally wonderful, and it was a big reason that I wanted to do this role was because he'd already said yes, and he is totally sensational. Although when he first arrived, and he was on another film, so he just came straight from that other film to set. And he was really out of it, and we were kind of going, oh, I didn't know that about Sam, what's happened? And it turned out that he'd had a spider bite, like a really, really bad spider bite, and been rushed to hospital, and so was on all sorts of medication and kind of a bit floaty himself, but completely brilliant.
A spider bite?
Yeah.
On his shoulder?
Yeah, just back there.
Well, how does that happen?
I don't know.
Well, you must have asked him.
Well, I guess a spider bit him.
No, I understand that. I'm with you that far.
Yeah.
But how did the spider get on there?
Oh, they have legs.
Did you see that still that you just put up of the film there?
Yeah.
Is that buttermilk?
Wow, here we go. You know... How else do you woo a young lady?
It's good.
Sales of buttermilk are going to rocket after tonight. Let's have a look at a clip of the film. This is Say When. It's out Friday. It's great fun. Keira Knightley in action. Say When. So once again, the young lady you play, she kind of runs away from what her life is or is about to become. And
Yeah.
she hangs out with some kids
Yeah.
for a week or so. Now, how was that for you as an actress working with this next generation of actors?
I loved them. They were all amazing. I mean, particularly Chloe, I totally love her. But it made me feel really old because they're all on sort of social media and I'm not. So obviously they thought that I was like a horrendous nanny or something. So I did actually join Twitter for about 12 hours because I tried to be down with the kids. Yeah. And it just creeped me out. It really, like, I mean, I didn't post anything and I was under a false name. And I think because Chloe followed me, suddenly all these people started following me and posting, like, I'm having a cup of tea now and things like that. And I just got, I got completely freaked out.
So you're not on Twitter anymore?
No.
Paul, are you on Twitter?
I am on Twitter, yeah.
And do you chat with people? Have you made friends?
Yeah, I do. A lot of people sort of put pictures of bakes on with the cake's gone wrong or something's sunk. Can you answer this question? So, yeah, I tend to be a bit of a...
Basically, it's a free baking service.
It is, yeah.
OK, I might try it again.
OK, yeah.
That's for me just going, hi.
That's no problem.
OK, so let's talk about The Imitation Game, because you've got two films out. One is out this Friday, one's out the week after. And this couldn't be a more different kind of film, could it?
No. It's about Alan Turing. So it's the story of the breaking of the Enigma Code and Alan Turing and Bletchley Park. So, yeah, it's very different. And obviously, with what happened to Alan Turing, I didn't know any of this. I'd read articles about him about 5 years ago when they tried to get him a pardon. But he was a very brilliant mathematician who came up with the sort of theories that broke the Enigma Code in the Second World War, but was prosecuted for being gay and chemically castrated by the British government, which then led to his suicide. So that doesn't give anything away. I mean, like, well, it does kind of, doesn't it?
But you know,
really. but it doesn't really. It's kind of a story that's very much out there. So yeah, it's very different from.
What's remarkable though is when you think about, you know, because that is shocking and it's a horrible story to hear happened, but it happened in this country not that long ago in the grand scheme of things.
No, not that long ago. And
that's what's remarkable.
Yeah, and I think, you know, particularly because of the secrecy that's still around what happened, well, or was around Bletchley Park until very recently. You know, his place in history, as far as sort of one of the grandfathers of the computer, as far as his place in the history of the Second World War and in gay rights, you know, has been sort of lost. Yeah. So I think everybody involved certainly wanted to be a part of trying to get that story to a wider public.
It's a remarkable story from our comparatively recent history, but it's also a story which I think everyone should know. Everyone should know about this man and what happened. Have a look at this. Keira, in the true story that forms the basis for The Imitation Game. The Imitation Game is great, but I think Say When, I think it's great as well because the film gives you a chance to be funny.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nice, because I'm not normally in films. Yeah. Normally horrendous things happen to me, and I die a lot, so this is really nice.
Why do you think you get offered those parts? I mean, are they the better parts to have, or is it...
I don't know. I think it's getting a bit worrying, because really the scripts I'm being sent, it's all like, you know, kill your husband, kill yourself, kill everybody around you. I'm sort of going, what does this say about me?
Because what do you do? Your next thing is on stage in New York.
Yeah, it's Therese Racan, which, if you don't... I mean, it's great, but it is... kill your husband, kill yourself, kill your lover. You know, I mean, it's not a bundle of laughs.
It's kind of an intense...
Yeah, and it's weird with that one, actually, because I've been offered it twice before. So it's clearly the one role that people go, yeah, that's
Who do we want? Who would kill herself and her husband? Yeah. Keira Knightley! Your husband must be shitting himself at home.
He really is,
yeah. OK, Keira, it's so lovely to have you on the show. I love having you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fabulous Keira Knightley. Thank you, Keira.